is my last video for tonight, I promise. I just kind of wanted to touch base with you about another option that we have on our system platform to help us access books at home. And so this application is called Sora, S-O-R-A, Sora. And for me, I just have to remind myself that some of these books, guys, are for a little bit older children. So when I scroll down, I like to choose either beginning reader or picture book fiction, because that just kind of lets me eliminate some of the books that would be available for upper elementary school and middle school. Okay, so when I click on beginning reader, it's going to show me books that they have available. Okay, and if it is already borrowed, then what you do is you place a hold on that book until it is returned. If it hasn't been borrowed, then you can click on the word borrow and you can borrow that book. Now, let me just show you. Do I have any books on my shelf? No. Do I have any holds? Okay. So this book, Hair Love, is ready. So I can click on borrow, and it will allow me to read this book. Okay. It tells me how many books I have read. You can see that I have not done a lot of personalization on this app, but I've read 5 books. So the total time that I have read is 12 minutes. The average time per session is 2 minutes. Now, that totally makes sense for me because I have little bitties, right? So again, when I go back to explore, I see all of these books, and if they're available, they will have a green borrow that you can click on. Okay. To me, these books are going to be more fiction, more books that kids just want to hear for enjoyment, not necessarily thematic books or nonfiction books that you would find on Mayon. And that was my one thing that I said I had a problem with about Mayon, because not everybody wants to read about families, right? Some, like my boys, they may want to read about mighty trucks, or they may want to read about Flat Stanley, or they may even want to go to nonfiction and read some National Geographic Kids. There's some Lego books in here. There's Wild Kratts. There's just more books to me that I feel like are interesting to our kiddos. So that was a beginning reader. That's when they're supposed to be doing more of the reading. For us, we're going to start with picture book fun. Okay. And so again, picture book fun will allow you to borrow books. There are books in Espanol. There's books in Spanish. And I just feel like it gives kids a chance to read books that might be more interesting to them, right? So my daughter used to love to listen to the song on YouTube called Wonky Donkey. Do not watch that video without being in a place where the whole family can laugh, because it is a little bit, there might be some bad manners in that book. Fly Guy. I know in first grade there were a lot of kids that loved Fly Guy. Earlier this year we had lots of books that Miss Bohannon read to us called Pete the Cat, right? So Pete the Cat, Rocking in My School Shoes. Sometimes you're going to find that your kids want to read books again. That is okay. They are listening for the pattern. They're listening for the rhythm. And sometimes they may find a character that they really enjoy, like Pete the Cat. And so they will want to read all the Pete the Cat books there are. And that is perfectly okay as well. Miss O'Leary, one of my other student interns, read about Scaredy Squirrel. And Scaredy Squirrel kind of helps talk about emotions. And so you are more than welcome to read some Scaredy Squirrel books. Then there's, all these crazy books for the boys. It says Brains in the Beanstalk, and it's plants versus zombies. Not my thing, but sometimes my boys like to read books that Miss Dennis totally would not want to read. So anyway, I just showed this to you guys because I want you to know how many resources we have in terms of reading books here at school or at home. So Green Eggs and Ham, Fox and Socks. If your kids like to hear rhyme in the books, then of course Dr. Seuss is a good author to read. I like Franklin books when kids that typically has a good problem. Franklin typically has a problem that he has to solve, and I think it shows a lot of good qualities, a lot of good character ed qualities about how to be a good friend, how to persevere, all those kinds of things. So anyway, I just wanted to show this to you. This really kind of helps us access some books from the Tuscaloosa Library. If they have an electronic copy, it'll show up on the Sora website, and we can actually borrow it from them. So again, I just wanted to show you guys all the there's 3 different applications where you can find books. And I think as you start investigating, you will find some that are more of your favorite. I also like Froggy. Froggy's another good one. We will use some of these books when it comes time for the holidays. Mr. Willoughby's Christmas Tree, I read for the first time last year. I love that book. The Gingerbread Pirates, I like that book too. And of course, some of them that we already know, right? Curious George. There is Llama Llama, Grandma and Grandpa. That's probably going to be one of those rhyming books. Sheep Go to Sleep, another rhyming book. Oh, we love Max and Ruby. Some of you guys watch Max and Ruby on TV. There are some Max and Ruby books on the Sora website. I love some Max and Ruby, right? Okay. Then we have Chicka Chicka Boom Boom right here. That helps kids kind of learn how to learn letters, right? The Best Nest, one of Miss Dennis's favorite books. And All the World, my nest is best, right? So anyway, parents, I just wanted to show you this application so that you can access more books at home. Please know that this is available from our school platform, and I will put directions for how to access this application on our Schoolology page. Have a wonderful evening, and I hope that all of these resources help you guys feel encouraged to read nonstop this year. Have a great night. See you guys later. Bye-bye.